muen da ga me kalan luan serok tang mi tuang zau than hau mai RCPD khani new tuang RPD tuang cultural day kriu mi tuang ting mi tuang ne la mi te muen no ko rai mi khau ti lau ni wo ma mi wai te ni kuma RPD be hra nang ma salam ti lau ni bi tuang RPD ha paina resourceful sumai organization kare kuma asai he new pangkho nang new tung panel of judges way da hau pani paina qualified sumai rane de kuma allow kum nang new allow de meto allow la nani city dai de meto mai lun thai manga kuma bam we ke kanu tung discipline ko paina settle suna ba mi pange takma sati launi donge ni tong RPD chairman Dr. Lucas Kamson Kamthui kamaini paina resourceful sumaye kuma Reverend Dr. Kadimna kamaini bame Reverend Thomas Dr. Thomas kamaini bame gaini mini bame kuna pau theng mani bame ni tong ex RPD tong chairman Livi Thai mini bame Pastor Caleb ni bame kuna na Dr. Apun ni bame bye many kuma nagaye paina resourceful sumai tong poor me kumediki kanirona sa ini atas akong sulaw na mi dong bam he tilaw tong the mi khang ta kaniu tining ma kaloi na twin ko kuma especially ni tong RPD tong chairman Dr. L Lucas Kamson kame kamai rona ta handpick suna sa he mi tong program ko tilaw ma khang ta kuma kata thungu bi tong the ma irona sa isani mi tong tho theme ko tong salaw ni the voices for tomorrow ani tong compares ne sarai community rene kuma sagana ni freshers you are the voices for tomorrow kuma sadani kai makhe kuma kaniu trana makhe sai mi tong hall ko dongma muaya we are the voices for tomorrow who's tomorrow Rongmei is tomorrow kuma I think even my voice right now itself is one of the voices ai kuma saloni kuma voices to megan ko various voices ni hitong kandi ko khwan to mai ha paina nai na khoring khon ni nai nroi na khon ni nai non living beings dui khwan thing khwan puan khwan to mai paina nai music ni nai die music with the bass ni nai loud to mai ni nai soft nai low nai alto nai tenor nai sound to mai gan ko ani kasing thai da mga nai na Kumagan ko voices for tomorrow to my ha. You can pick any context and you can speak on it. Kuma climate change you can use this voices for tomorrow climate. Hey tanara mga tao academic tongkone sanwe kumlana empower sumay tuang man sa kata empower sumay tongkone voices for tomorrow kumani sanwe. Hey kumedike ayrona sa ining mikho kuma resource persons bizang hora voices for tomorrow to me iron and ning me ko hey gai liang me khung thei sana liang pung thei to na iron na ka khat om ko ta ai kuma sa isalong ne to ngai kuma voices to me ga kon thuke kumi gi tho I will not consider about the voices other than the human voice asai ani khang ka ge nai mi tung voice kuna ta ai sai focus ni the sa sang de ni kuma tung speech la thoi ban do me Ani thai de ke la lao to kram lo bu kuna voices to ka ni du tha negative voices positive voices to me nai but to me negative voices and positive voices are equally important hey to negative then daga lo hot nu ma to negative nai de na positive nai to hey to positive de hey na khala lo hot ni nu ma to hey positive nai de na negative ni nai to Kuma hey positive negative voices are equally important to me the right me got stress na kuma salawni when it comes to voices I'll identify those voices slowly I kuma unveil supapne you'll be able to get it voices to magan ko verbal voices ni nai di huan suna chu mai ke huan suna su mang mai non verbal ni nai di oftentimes voices can be your attitude What is your attitude? Nang tung attitude ta, you don't have to say anything. By looking at you, I can at least tell some of your attitude there. Some of you don't like me. I'm just kidding. Some of you say, hey, Gina, what pastor are you talking about? I know everything. Okay. Attitude, unspoken word, can be a very, very loud voice. It can be positive, it can be negative. It is very equally important. There can be voices of injustice, voice for the voiceless, or voice of the voiceless. So voice to me na huan anu la ko huan to me ha pai nan thoge to dong ke airo asai saloni me huan tho. In other words, it could be, I would say, something that you would die for. There's a voice that I want to talk about. Something that you are willing to lay your life down. Nang thailo nu ra to. Nang thailo nu ra to. Ram ga nang tong aspiration. Your aspiration is your voice. Your goal. Nromen ti tong goal to boy. Nromen ti tong vision to boy. Nromen ti tong aspiration to boy kan thuat ngang ta sa tong for tomorrow. Ki we are talking about the now. Tao tong aspiration ta, tao tong goal ta, tao tong vision ta. Heta ni sa tong it could be hope. It could be peace. It could be justice for Rongmei, for the next generation. It could be freedom. It could be independence. This is hey and Rome to independent phang me to me akhang ningong kok me akhat. Anyway, sabate anyway India me by anyway citizens na India me citizen the ni India me tong citizenship anu nai me the ki tho anu he ta zo me ra me na anu hen rong me anu hen naga me ye ki tho sema aw lo tha ra me na naga me ko ta anu hen rong me din ni ji identity na I'll come to that. Ziliang rong pui ko sa da the na I he ziliang rong pui na ki to ain ze me ra me na I liang mini hamina. I'm pui mini hamina. I hen rong me dina. Pai nan thoge to tong en rong me tum bitong identity ha. Kuma mi tong asai ara sani mi tong speech tho. I know this is going to be politically incorrect. It may not be intellectually appealing, but I'm going to tell the truth. This is an absolute truth. I have tasted and it is proven. Ni politically sumabam nuwe, intellectually appealing sumabam nuwe, kito sume tamita ay kuma say thai na kuma salok ni. Kuma tomorrow to kan ni to. Tomorrow to kan to atuan ni. Atuan kito bito ang ay kuma for tomorrow to ay kuma sani minta hu thang gong pani mai aniu nanun atiu aniu tau nun kin khang. Hey, that new tomorrow, and you don't future. So voices for tomorrow. Nang tong aspiration. What are you new phrases until you got the new introduction? So got 6 pointer. What do you think you can contribute for RPD for Rongmei? What is your value that you can bring for Rongmei? What? No, not the problem. We have had enough. Drug addicts na zang balan na chang ko thailaw na on ro me na oy kumai ni dili ko bam na. We never knew. We only knew when he dies. We have enough of that. We are not talking about that contribution. Ni kito nang tong value contribution ni ro mi tong kho to bi tong sunu me nai bo. The voices for tomorrow. Tumai labam ha. Chakang ko ma context pa na nai the ke airo salaw ni mi tho ko ma halaw ni e hu thang gong pani mai aniu na nun aniu tau nun khang aniu tau na nun kin khang aniu tuang tap mai or ka hao mai ton kum salaw ni da. So voices for tomorrow. I don't know whether you have Bible runi sai ni ning ting men tiu tho kana khang ka ke khang wong ni mi khang samdan na lawe tu. Okay, there's another thing. Kum la na takan mi tung gan kho ai kum salaw ni ani pu pau kin kho hai pau zo do nang ha khuan akhat suna nruang mai kho lung lo kho ne ka tuang khuan ke tu bi so ti ke maka me ro gong tu pani tu mai ta hap me ka tuang ควรเกี่ยว he laid down his life ก็ควรจะตันลังแต่นะจะโดนนังไทยจะสันกันเทแกติ้งก็พายตั้งกันนี่เทแกตาวงันริงมาไม่ได้สิก็ตรงควรตักให้ก็มาให้ตรงควรแต่สุยเลยนันตาวฮะนี่มันรวมไม่แต่บัมตรงนี้นะกระตังฮะนี่ตรงให้ไปรานี่ไกด์เดี๋ยวนะสุยนั่นแต่เราเด้อให้ก้มตินะ GPRN ตัวอัตโตกิโลนส์ที่ไอ้จมุยบารุนะอาศัยล้วนนะฮะนารามีตรงอินดิเพนเดนซ์ตั้งคุลมีรกเขาตรงนั้นไม่จะโดนังก็ไม่รกเขาลดตรงใดดูนะก็ไม่ทันนักเอา why ก็ไม่จะโดนังแต่ริวบ่ no ริวมากันนะกิกควรตัว his voice is still very loud and very fresh voices for tomorrow what is that you're willing to lay down your life for ให้ได้ใส่ซะตรงเด้ voices กันนี่I'll come to the academic also, probably try to prove that I'm also as smart as our professor. Tomato aside, in today's context, ควรให้จูนายไม่ปังก็ตะ I'll cut short ให้ปวนให้ไม่ควรให้จูนายไม่ปังก็ตะ aspiration ให้จูนายไม่ปังก็ตะควรกระทุ่มฮะ it is so important that you cannot ignore ให้นังควรกระทุ่ม ignore สวยท่า you have no tomorrow ก็ไม่จากนั้นมีเห็นทุกไม่ตัวน่ะไอ้ก็มาเอาขอ convince ไม่แต่สาเหล่านี้ตรงไหนควรไรมีเกี่ยวกับวิโซควรไรเลี้ยงมีเกี่ยวระวังควร God's voice for tomorrow ระวังควรท่อnever changed. Relevant generation after generation. No matter what people say, ragwang la de outdated di hai, they don't know. Ragwang to ragwang tan magani di the, kom pizang korna kalat to kalai da makhe, kom pizang ka khon su maghe tu the. Rongmei has no future. Rongmei has no tomorrow. Hey, the number one point hai, kuita ragwang khon to bui ko matsuni na. Number one, creation. เราวงลัดรู้ใช่เท่ากับไม่เราวงมากันในสามีดำปังไม่ด้วยแต่บิจารเขากันอยู่ดำปังไม่ตัวกันอยู่นายดีตัวไม่ไทยนะดีนายสุดที่บิจารเขาดำปังไม่ตัวตรงเด้กันอยู่ตรง ignorant ซะตรงไหมกันอยู่ตรง arrogant ซะตรงเด้ creation เราวงควร creation เขาตรงก็มาช่วยกันไหนมีคนเราวงควรช่วยมีฮะอันนี้ตรง conscience ก็อันนี้ตรง conscience ก็ deep inside you know there is God ก็มาให้คุยแต่เราหวงควรนั่งตรง conscience สุดนั่งจูบนี่กระทุ่มไอ้ก็นั่งเราหวงควร we are talking about God's voice one of the voices เราหวงควรฮะกลัดคนนั่งจูบนี่กระตุ้งท่านมี scripture คนนั่งจูบนี่เราหวงควรกระตุ้ง scripture ก็จะจูบนี่ so politically incorrect ก็ไม่ตรง statement นะก็ไม่ตรง occasion ก็นี่แบบตัวก็ไม่แก่ทุกไปตัวไม่แต่ก็มาสารเราตรงแท้ประเดี๋ยวมีข้อเราหวงควรจูนี้มีเกี่ยวท่านมี scripture ตัวนี้ใช่แต่กันไม่งั้นก็เราหวงมันใช่แต่กระสูไม่ใช่กระตุ้งมูซุ่งปังดิวงนั้นกระสูที่ตัวเกณฑ์เต้าท่านดิวงนั้นมาแค่ตัวก็ไม่รักกระสูเราก็ไม่เกี่ยวกันหนากันขนาดไหนคริสต์ตัวมีจันคนเต่าทุกกันดีไม่ต้องกระสุนกันให้ตัวก็ไม่ทุกกันดีไม่รู้นะรากวงควรจะสู้เนี่ยที่ทอคริสต์รับมังอาสุดามาเคยดูตรงไหนคริสต์คนนั่งจูบนี่กลัดคนจูบนี่นั่งตรงคอนเซนส์คนจูบนี่ก็ไม่ละนะกระตุ้ง creation คนนั่งจูบนี่ดูตรงไหนก็มา creation ก็ตารากวงแล้วนะ see there is a big question I want to ask the phrases as well as นี่อันนี้ตรง old timers ปังก็ who are you A very simple question. I am a professor, I am a pastor. I have done this. What kind of question is this? Who are you? Nang atatani to that say, I am Kamthui to Mwen. That's wrong. That's not who I am. That's the name my parents gave me. That's not who I am. Kamthui azan dilaw tong na apu ipu rupuan pala na. Then who are you? then ra wong khon ro zai na kalat ko you are my image okay ani tong phrases ka sam pu ni potential tong lang wasa ka ni that's true but the problem is we don't realize that tremendous potential tilom da ni realize sunga ma tong si because we don't hear his voice. We don't want to hear his voice. Ani tong identity ha, you are the image of God nang rong me zare to me ha. Mi hen rong, we cannot give ourselves an identity hey ta thai ni ne. Zat bai mero na ani khang identity tinu mge. Hey kom dana hey pause do na ngan ko British mero gong la na ani tung identity lagala na kani tung identity lo khang sum gan ko kamai ro ding thau la na. Ani tho ani ro gong tu mi za dei. Mai bang bam nu magai to na maka me gong tu pani to na kamai ro cha tong tha. British mi ta takon dong ngawong tim do kamai ni takon dong a khang tha. Kapan ti palau tha. Will not dwell on that in detail. Ani tong identity in ro me tong identity ha ra gong ro ti lo tong e to me ta ani thai o to tong God's creation de koma ani tong identity mane tu tha if you lose your identity you'll be a lost people man kha tong identity ko merge chu kan ni tha na tong identity man the ra gong ro ti lo me tong identity da man the scripture than me lat ko saiกันดีรวยเป็นองรักวงดังมีกวยนวงมากันขอกระจาดตีจันก็วงปนิดีตัวรวมไม่ปูนินรวมไม่สนวงเป็นเดนักการไม่กวยวงเท่านักเก่าปลักเอรวมไม่วงเท่านักการไม่รวมปูตัววงเท่านักเก่าปงเอเจเลงรองวงเท่าแต่นี่เก่าปลักเอเจเลงน้องว่าเลี้ยงไม่กรุบตัววงเท่าเจเลงน้องก่อนรวมไม่กรุบเท่าแต่วงเท่านักเก่าปงเอกลัมเท่ากระตุ้น creation เนี่ยนักมี identity ฮะอันนี้ตรงทีมซองก็ตาอันนี้ส่วนมันแต่นี่ไปน่าส่วนง่ายมีทีมไม่ตาไม่ข้างลุ่งเท้าไม่รู้อันนี้รวงไม่ซาได้อันนี้ตรงกระติงพวกนายไม่ซาได้กระกันดีนายไม่ซาได้รวงไม่ตรงติงพวกตาเลี้ยงไม่ตรงติงพวกดับแม่เจไม่ตรงติงพวกดับแม่ปุ้ยไม่ตรงติงพวกดับแม่รวงไม่ตรงติงพวกเดตาเลี้ยงไม่ตรงติงพวกเลี้ยงไม่ตรงกันดีตารวงไม่ตรงกันดีดับแม่ให้แต่นางลาเนี่ยตัว problem นายเป็นแท้problem นายเป็นแท้ก็พิจารณาอันนี้ลุงว่าอินเดียไม่สุนันนี่บ้าแม่นากาไม่สุนันนี่บ้าแม่เจเลนองปุยสุนันนี่บ้าแม่รวงไม่สุนันนี่บ้าแม่นางรวงไม่ตัวไม่ตันทันทีเทียงนั่งตรง identity ที่ไหนนี่เนี่ยก็เหมือนแท้นางกระปังแต่ประเดี๋ยว you'll be a confused person ตรง identity แต่นางมานุมกันตรงมากลัมต้องมีตรง identity ให้เราหวังตรงไอ้ตรงแท้โอเคเราหวังตรงควรทุกไม่แท้กันไหนมีข้อเราวงตรงควรบางข้อนังปูตรงควร your father's voice is very important นิ่งติงไม่ปูเราก็ไม่ใช่น่านนทิวเล่นังปูตรง instruction ดังกิ้งสุโยตัวนังปูตรง instruction ดังกิ้งสุโยตัวปูรนันน่าขดินไม่กันข้อดุงนั่นน่ะเจ็บแล้วนะก็ไม่ใช่ให้แต่ลูกงอให้ก็หมดน่ะดินมาไงอาปูรนะอาตะไกเกษียมขังเกษียมไม่กันเกษียมไม่กันซ้ำไม่กันก็ไงตะลวงเท่าบ้งไอไงละวงแท้นางนิวตู้ถ่ายตัวก็หลักแค่ไงก็มาเรียกตรงนี้สิก้าคุกขังตัวนักก็ไม่รู้นะสิ้นไม่เทียทิ้งสิ้นไม่เทียไงเดลัยที่ไม่เทียก็ไม่รู้หูเขา demonstrate สุนัขก็ไม่รู้ต่างตรงเด instruction means he involved ก็ตรง involvement ไหนนะปูตรง involvement ไหนนะก็แต่นะปูนนทิวเรานานนทิวคนซ้ำแล้วไม่ตรงควรแต่นางสู้มากี่ตัวท่า there will be no tomorrowให้ทุกไม่ได้โอเคกระทุ่มไหมเขาปุ้ยตรงควรอันนี้ปุ้ยเรานะอันนี้เขาตัวดินเราบ่อันนี้ปุ้ยเราอันนี้เขาเด็กมันตัว instruction แบบไหมก็หมายตัว teacher เด้ she teaches us ก็หมายตัวนี่ของ law ที่มีปุ้ยเด้ก็หมายตัวนี่ของ principle ที่มีปุ้ยเด้ลุงไม่เรียกตัวก็มานายด้วยให้แต่นางเป่าไว้ด้วยนางสะคงส่วนนี้นี่ด้วยนางกันสุกันได้แต่นี่งังเท่านั้นละสานุมากี่ด้วยนางปูรุนจำมากี่อ่ะนางปุยรุนจำปนี่โลตีปนี่ปุยหรอปูรุนในกับปันตี involve ส่วนใน instruction ตีปนี่ปุยรุนนะอันนี้ของโลตีปนี่ไม่กระทบนะอันนี้มูนุมากี่ตรงให้ God's voice your father's voice your mother's voice ให้ก็ไม่ติดท่ออันนี้ตรง tomorrow อทวนกวงนี่มีฮะไปนั่นทุกท่ because it depends upon our parents. And you say, parents, if we are not the voices for our children, they will have no tomorrow. That means the tomorrow for Rongmei begins at home. Now it's very important. It is not education. You may ask, education mentions what, Pastor? Because education is not in that category. Education will give you knowledge, but it will not give you wisdom. God's voice, your parents' voice will give you wisdom. Wisdom to me. See, it will save you. Education will not save you. Hey, education to may kang karunay katong ning may hilaw may ta. Nang niyo ko pass down so dala nang niyo pa dala na master so na din kay dami tong de. Rago tong kuan na me, not necessarily. Then shall we discard education? Hamme? That's not my point. Education is very important, but with wisdom. But education without wisdom. Kung tana niyo tong kandi ko eyes of his unay po. Jail taba minanima. I'm not pointing at anybody. Education without wisdom will drive you to jail. No matter how big you are, it doesn't matter. Ano kandi ko lungsi ba miga tuisto na Tamelong is the most backward district in India. Because of the educated people, my friend. Not by the farmers. Lungsi men tiu gari thau men tiu auto dong men tiu lungsi ti mga ramena. Daily ko qualified na paka min tiu tra. Kakai kasiem din ji. I'll come to that. Komizang rona. Education na rabi umagay dito you need wisdom. In order to have tomorrow for Rongmei, education with wisdom is essential. Kung magita, we have no tomorrow. Our tomorrow begins at home. Solomon may puwa, kaling may puwa, lungsak may puwa, guwang ningting may puwa. Okay, before I come to that, I'll go to Moses. Moses may puwa, Israel may puwa na. Ni mo hindi Israel may puwa ka Israel ko dai thao mo Egypt ko dai thao tong Egypt ko dai thao tim to kamay best education phang na. Pharaoh tong palace ko dai thao tim to. He was supposed to be the next Pharaoh. Kumtem he was given the best education. Kumeke, the wisdom was being imparted by her mother at home. Moses, you are not an Egyptian. You are a Jew. Your identity you should not forget. A time came to make a crucial decision in his life, to be with his people or to be with the prince or princess. He decided to be with his people. Hey tong ning ting that tabi hunuwang tuang kapuy hura. Sa kuy puy dong mamuwaya. Naniwra nang nito ning kay dari ho. Don't say, hey, I'm not, marami ko atong degree mga, no. Hey, ko magkakana. You are the voice, one of the voices for our tomorrow. It's very important. Hey, tanaram ka Solomon na, ningting mi puwet na niyo, tan may lagro tayo na, rago na kukon na ina, ni, question tan na, Solomon, what do you want? Asaya rawong ra niu ko gong na Rongmei, what do you want to do niu to be nai pani niu one voice so nai ngam banda. But if we all pay heed to what we are listening today, we'll have one voice. Solomon na Lord, I want wisdom. Tapoy hang dok mai na law na I wisdom ka ge nai to mai wong suna ka khorgong tong na magana. Proverbs chapter 4 ko da zaw ti. I allow bam daw apuro na atan samlaw na ningting la khang akon samlaw bong khwan nai kapuro no na Ragoro Solomon na khang tabui tiu to ning ting. He didn't think he had it. God gave it. God gave him more. Scripture does say na Solomon or nai mi ai pien he. Kom izang ro na nang ro nai mo ngan na ti ben he. Lan ngoi ti ben he na ti na. We run after ni kandi tong lan ko niu pa ke na nai phu na phu tong to me. Apa my lawyer ka pura sai just last week. Sien khang ai kram na bam di hai ki atung ren chi tinga mo lung si na bam di hai na ko mai sa poi na. I say don't run after money. Live your life so that money will run after you. I can tell you boldly, not that I smart so not to me I officer tong I suling me there. Somehow little money is running after me. That's why I ring mom do me na. Hiện tại ai pa kwam da ai lai tàu to me na. Flying without wings. Thora me loser ta. Money flies without wings. These three voices are very important. God's voice, Father's voice, and Mother's voice. You must hit these three voices. Number one, tabuya. Can you all say that? God's voice. Number two, Father's voice. Number three, Mother's voice. And then the voice of the education that you are acquiring, this has to be accompanied with wisdom. Without wisdom, education will drive you behind the bar. It will profit you nothing. IAS daily kone IAS so pang officer pang suicide so ba may pre news so pa bam nina. Education will not save you. Ani hui officer dong ma minagay chila re hai me khang so ni. Nang tong education do nang long ning si mi krong da kal lo bo da lo za officer what. Kalau mo gina. That's the fact. Nang pap kay ni may ram ta may khata agam ni may khata mama ni may kro nang tong education no kalau mo gina. Rather mai di suang law ran di na. Competition di sulaw di na. Od kamay na rin so tulob tu ma ani sai tulob tu hina kamay na rin so may dai mai. Ako mo kung sabi may officer na kay de. That's the truth. Tan phang parap tramani. Aspasa he ragwang zaw ji ndi he no sa to. Ke kana khat to da di ke sai tu kra na re san tan phang me ai ni tan phang me di ne to da to si. And hai tong officer pang ta. Now they are living their life beyond proportion. Kani tong salary wong me ru ko tra. Angak we do ne ha. Ai ro na kan kha ko mai kan kha ko sai nang kai tu 5-star hotel di cho na ra sai na. 5-star hotel kom tong ha. Kamay nui bu ai. I khat thadare. How are you, officer Kaputa? Oh, pastor, my life is very comfortable. I said, friend, don't make it too comfortable. That's my response. I come salora de. My life is too comfortable. I say, I'm fine, I'm doing well to the guy, don't need. My life is pastor too comfortable. Danger zone go gothina. No surprise. Kakai the zalo magan ko. Ani tong Rongmei officer wa the zao tio. Court ko case na me gai kan ditha. Education will not save you. Education alone. Education should be accompanied by wisdom. Education will not save you from greed, from selfishness, from injustice, intolerance, envy, jealousy, favoritism, gossip. Dari hai bang ta gossip su ta liang ma. Thai ra lam tho. Ka bang ko thang mai da hor gai pu che ta ko da ai cha mi pu cha ta chan no na mai pi mo na gossip. Self pity. Well done, your boy, well done. Nda nang ta. No, but when you have the wisdom of God, scripture say, man sai akhara ragong tong wisdom na kan ni tho, niam thi tuai. Hai te ra wo ka ha me kya. Kum de na John to ba mai pura. Let him increase, let me decrease. Rawong tong wisdom mo me kan. I do rawong tong wisdom na me de doctorate reverend hai na ngang ma mo wai ta. Rawong tong wisdom ma. Hey, no tiu to na ni tung society ta sang zai tu pi jang kro. I can tell boldly. I hai na gai na me kha to ko man na sabra me. Ko mai ta gai ti pi jang kro ni tung society ya lungku ngam ma bam dong. Pathetic in a way. Ra wong tung chung jang ra wong tung ning ting thon nang ko than mai na rai ni rai leng me ko than mai. Chung jang mai. Nzie lo thai mai mi he ra wong tung ning ting nang ko nai ni thei tung tong ma. Saloni tung the. Katum ko ning ting katum na da dia. Hai thon nang aware sunin that you have to be very very careful. I'm not saying you should not have this, but the moment when you have these three things, you should be very cautious. Very cautious, otherwise this is very, very dangerous. And that voice, one of the voices, is money. Money. Wealth. Pastor nang siya na lamang rabam tong doy an zum de. Hay tani zum de. Nang siya na ko thai pani, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Kito ra wong ta compete wa mi ha. Satan ni Hamei. Aniu ning la ne. Satan to ra wong ta compete su dangam khei. Thai kan khoi ma ni thai. Ringa kamata na compete su wa mi kisian. Ra wong ta compete su wa mi kisian dui. Nang sian dui na rap, ra wong ra durap to ne ha. Nuwe na rap me ka. Tendency ta. Kom ta na sian dui na ka ni tho sian ta wealth ta nang zien um ge. Kom nang sian dui na sian lan na ra wong ning ting na yi to nu the. Ke sian dui sian lan na education na ra wong wisdom dangerous person ki nang the. Ani India tong politician ni kazan ta me politician wa ya. I'll come to the second point. Christian mi tong school ko ruwong mi pangena. Union ministers wa. Thai kam ni na gai da. Saint Stephen's rupa mi na gai, Saint Xavier ru ku thao mi na gai, Christian tong school ru ku thao na. Christian da zao zi to. Next is power. Sai khui dung bam goi ha nang zan na kharam na khatho ngam bam ko dung bani. Ani ngam bam ko dung ma mi ra na de. Ani tung RPD chairman, joint secretary, kara na me na ngambam ko dungmama. Pastor Kelem ni ngambam ko dungmam de, Pastor Thomas ni dungmam de, ani dungmam de, Pastor Kadima ni dungmam de. Saya ani tung Professor Francis katung thru ko rahim phang dong ni ji, katung ngam ba ni na hiya, sai ni kui dungmam ya. Mai ni ngam sin de na ji. When you are given that power, nang tu bi ko masin subo. Is very important. Sendui nai re taplar me sendui sela nai re plar me ke nang zien rio tu dong eh. Sinsuo nang kong ngam nai mengan ko there is a tendency that ni gang sumai lienti mai ngam de to mai so sumai gan nang ko wong pani hai ta suryo hai ta sulang ni mi kyo if you don't ni ra wong khwan nang pu khwan ta nang su ma ge to go pani. Ra wong tong wisdom ta nang nai di tho hai ta suni to ha me ni sian dui wealth. Number 2 power nang tong power ta kathum me ko king si lo di tho immorality, in one word, sex. Be careful. This is for all groups of people, not only for young, not only for freshers, even for all men. Karapo karona pastor karona kumakalumina rawong ho. Ahitong rasoi sunonga. This has become my prayer. Till today, this has become my prayer. You want to know the prayer? Lord, do not make me a dirty old man. That's my prayer. Lord, do not make me a dirty old woman. นั่นนี่เลยไทยมันที่เราโรมันอิมพายตรงลำไทยนี่กันดีของโรมันอิมพายก็ไม่ตรงวงดีประกันบอกป้านมั้งไงป้านมั้งไงนะอิมพายตรงลำของโรมันตรงอิมพายได้เลี้ยงไหมนะแกโรมันตรงวงดีเห็นหมดที่นะใส่โค้ดสุวรรณนะ if you are in Rome behave like a Rome do like a Rome ใช่ไหมตรงละบัมเนี่ยนะแกโรมันหมดที่นะมาที่นะให้แกเท่าเรา invade สุดต่อ anybody knows who invaded Rome that you don't see Rome anymore today by itself by its immorality by sodomization Rome ไม่ต้องห่วงฮะตู้ไม่ตันเจียนนะมันขนาดน่าเรานะตันเจียนนะลงไงนะกระตุ้งวงดีหมดกันนะให้สิ่งสิ่งละต่อ young people this is going to be your great challenge many people have called meนี่ I don't know whether I should share this or not I want to be a very confidential person I got a call from so many people actually Pastor ni I now what should I do I can't share with my pastor I can't share with my parents I'm just sharing with you many of them are officers educated people and they said I was a fool Yes, you are, I said. Yes, you are. Be careful with these voices. If you lose your character, you lose everything. She and man mito, nothing lost. If you lose your character, Rongmei, we just don't have our tomorrow. Now our tomorrow can be very challenging for the Rongmeis. Remember this, you must embrace the first three and you must be cautious with the second three, with the second 3 points. Embrace God's voice. Embrace your father's instruction. Embrace your mother's teaching. And be very careful with money. Be very careful when you get a good job and placed in a good position. You talk only about yourself when nobody talks about it. Don't be like that. Let somebody talk about you. Scripture says. Money, wealth, power, and man or woman, sex. Married people are not free from these diseases. Rather, you are more prone than the younger ones. That is why 60-year-old pastor prayed, Lord, do not make me a dirty old man. If we embrace the first three, and if we are cautious with the second 3 points, I think I can quite assure you we have tomorrow. Our tomorrows are going to be challenging, but we are not despair. King lo mekong ta thungku the king go lag mai na nai mitani YouTube ko zao han na ko zao lo da putho zao ji tani ko ma ignore slo putho ko ma RPD RCPD kan su gan dai wai wong ma me wai khan kan ga mi ti lo mo ta thungku the king chui na king lo mo kan ni thungku the thank you everyone
thank you our resource person Ding Lau Po Reverend Dr. Kamthui Panmei